Hey family, welcome back to I Love Me, Me, Me. Today's question of the day is, why do exes come back 2 and 3 times? Let's just jump right into this one. This can be kind of juicy. I have 6 tips for you guys. The very first one is, let's be real, y'all. It's that bomb sex though. It's that, I'm talking about where you call home and tell your friends, you call home and maybe even tell your mama how good this sex is. And you are not ready to let that sex go for whatever reason. You're just not ready to let it go. So, you know what? I really don't want to start all over. I really don't want to have to go through this dry spell. So what I'm going to do is go back to Old Faithful and have a great night of passion, have a great time, and just forget about why we didn't work out for whatever reason. You're going to go ahead and give that person a chance again, even though you know in your heart of hearts it is not going to work out. You are giving that person another chance because they had the bomb sex. They had you screaming and moaning and, doing all of these things. Your eyes are rolling in the back of your head, and you would just have a powerful, wonderful time. And so the sex was the bomb. So that's what's up. You going back for that, or they coming back to you for that. Even though, let's be real, sex cannot hold a person there. It cannot. If you don't know that by now you know. Sex cannot hold the person there, or make them want to be there, because after the sex, there has to be something more brought to the table than just sex. Okay? Moving on. The second thing is for a comfortability level. It's not that they are saying, you know what, I really want her or I want him. I can't live without her. I can't live without him. Has nothing to do with that. It's just like, you know what? I actually know this person. I know that they are full of ish. I already know that. But what I'm going to do is still go along with the program, because right now, I don't want to be lonely. Right now, I really don't want to start all over. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you are hoping that that relationship can actually work out, even though you have already given him multiple chances. You have already given her multiple chances to mature, to get things in order, and it's still not happening. But for some reason, you still have faith in them getting their stuff together. When in reality, once the person show you who they are not going to get their thing together, because you are not requiring them to get their act together. Anyway, I'm going to move on from that. So it's a comfortability level. It's not that they just really want you. They can't just live without you. It's just you are familiar to them. And they don't want to be lonely. So here they come knocking at the door. Here come that old faithful text. What you doing? And then you fall right back into the whole trap. And y'all never address the tough conversations. Anyway, I said I'm going to move on, so I'm going to do that. The third reason why your ex may be coming back 2 and 3 times is because sometimes, this is very rare, but sometimes it does occur, they may have thought that you have changed for some reason. Or if you are the one who's letting the ex back, maybe you thought that your ex changed. And so now you want to see if you can give them actually another chance to prove themselves to you. So you just want to see if they changed, or they want to see if you changed, depending on which one of y'all is the ex and which one of y'all is trying to come back. All right. The fourth thing is, sometimes we realize that we are missing out on a great thing. Not just the good thing. You are missing out on the best thing that has ever crossed your path. Even though you may not be ready for that type of relationship. Even though you have no, no. You have no chances of, or you don't even want to get yourself together. But basically it boils down to you being selfish. You know that you're missing out on a great thing, so you want all of the perks and all of the benefits without putting in the work, without putting in the time, without putting in the energy, right? But you want all of the perks that come with this great person. This person that gave you, all of the praise and quote unquote worship and just made you feel awesome. But you are not willing to change at this moment in your life. So basically you going back to that person because you are being selfish. Yep, just letting that sink in. You being selfish. So if you are one of these people out here that, because you know that that person is great, but you went back, you're not ready for that type of relationship, you're not willing to change, go on ahead, bro, leave her alone. Go on ahead, sis, leave him alone. Don't do that. Don't keep doing that. You being selfish. Let that person go. And do you play around if you must, and if you try to go back to that person, if it is meant to be, it will be. And then you can go back to that person right. Not with all of these foolish games that you got going on, because you ain't ready for what you asking for. You're not ready. And it's okay if you're not ready. Just don't drag somebody else down the road because you're not ready. All right? The fifth reason why your ex could come back 2 and 3 times. Because they have parents and friends in their ear telling them what a great person you were, how much better you were with that person, you know, what they're bringing to the table, and you know how you would change for the better, and all of these things. But the bottom line is, if you don't want to be with that person, don't go back to them, because at some point this cycle is going to continue. And we are trying to break the cycle here at I Love Me, 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 which is why I'm supplying you guys with all of these tips and tools and information, because we're trying to break that cycle. We're trying to choose right the first time around. And for most of us, this is second, third, maybe even fourth time around. Right? So we're trying to do better here. Trying to do better. And if you are the parents or the friends and you are the one who's pressuring your daughter or son to get back with an ex, but you know that's not what they ready to do, or they just don't want to do it because they don't want to do it, don't pressure them to do it. You're going to make that other person the recipient of a whole lot of hell. Don't do that to your son. Don't do that to your daughter, because they're not going to be there. And then this is where a lot of cheating comes into play, or a whole lot of depression, a whole lot of loneliness comes into play. Don't pressure your children to be with somebody that they do not want to be with. They're not going to be happy. Don't you want your son to be happy? Don't you want your daughter to be happy? So don't pressure them to go back to an ex. Friends, be a real friend. Let them know it's okay to walk away. It doesn't matter what you see in the person. They didn't see it. They don't want to see it. That's not what they truly want to be. That's not where their heart is. And it's okay. It's all right. All right. The last and final thing is because they know that you will take them back. You and that person have become old faithful to one another. You might walk away for a few months. You might even walk away for a year or two. But when things aren't working out, you send that old faithful text just to see where they at. Hey, what's going on? What you up to? Or send that hi text, or I've been thinking about you text. Whatever it is, Old Faithful usually is there. I actually have a story about an Old Faithful. It's actually not my story, but this young lady that I knew for many years, she would basically go back and forth with this guy. They'd never been out on a date before. And literally she would call and text him just whenever. Literally he was her old faithful. And I'm talking about this went on for over a decade. When she felt like cuddling, all right, let me call. She felt like having sex, okay, let me call. I'm not dealing with nobody, but I want to snuggle. Let me call. That relationship lasted for over a decade. And I've actually heard of some other people being in relationships, unfulfilling relationships that is, for multiple decades. Like, that's a different video, but the ex is coming back 2 and 3 times because you are letting them come back 2 and 3 times. That's the bottom line. All right, so just so you guys know and remember, March 15th is right around the corner. If you like this video, of course, give me thumbs up. Share it with the people that you know who need to hear this message. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Oh, if this is your very first time here, definitely give me a click on the red subscribe button, which will have you subscribe to my channel, and then hit the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And so for the month of March, just in case this is your very first time here, for the month of March, I am uploading 1 video every single day, answering a question sent in via a viewer and subscriber. Love you guys, and again, see you tomorrow.